Good morning and welcome to another edition of John You Can Do It. Here is what is going to be my generator box that is outside, and it has some conversions on it. One, this is a prefab box that comes from Amazon, but it doesn't come with the attachments. I will explain. Right now, I put inside it did not have 3,000 degree fire foam, which is already on all of the walls on the inside. That's no big deal, you just spray it on. Anyway, so I also installed a 10-inch exterior fan, so it's going to blow out, it's going to vent out the extra heat out of the box and any CO2 that would be in there. So that's the first modification I made, and it's a high CFM fan. I think it's 8,000 CFM or 800 CFM. But anyway, it's super good. Anyway, and it's designed to withdraw out heat. This is what the front looks like. This box is 42 inches on the length. It's 36 inches on the width, and the height is about 42 or 4 inches on the front and about 47 inches on the back because it slopes. You can see the slope. Okay, it has a handle, it does lock, and around this side I also put in a box for the electrical cord when it goes in, so it snaps open. First, this pops open for the cord, and two, this opens this way. So you put the cord in, you shut it down, click it into place, and then lock it down, and there you have it. And then down here it has the exhaust. It's a floating metal plate. You can see it's not against the wall, it floats. And so when the extended exhaust pipe goes in there, it'll rest on the metal and it won't be touching the actual product or the box itself. On the back, there are, I'll move it around here. On the back, I have two 10 by 10 ventilation vents, and they have mesh on the inside, but the thicker metal mesh, it's not made of material. So with all this and the insulation and everything else, it's a good box, and the actual fan itself will plug right into the generator when it's turned on. Another point I wanted to make today as I show you this again is, if you have converted your generator from bonded, meaning it's everything is bonded to the actual generator itself, the generator, the alternator, and the frame are all bonded. To unbond it, you have to take the neutral wires. There's usually 3 of them, and they have to be removed from any metal pieces. It'll be connected to metal with a ground. It'll be 3 white wires usually and a green one, or maybe 2 white wires and a green one. But you want to put the green one back wherever it was, and you take the 2 white ones, you can put them together, but they can't be touching any metal. That unbonds it. That makes it unbonded. And it has to be unbonded if you're going to connect it to your house. The problem is, when you try to turn on your generator, you're pulling the handle, you're pressing the button, it may come on for like 3 seconds and it keeps cutting out. That's because it's now unbonded. And because it is unbonded and there's no grounding methodology to the actual earth, then it shuts off. So it has to be grounded before you turn it on. So it has to be connected to a bonded system. A bonded system is your house's electrical panel. A bonded system is your RV because it has the grounding and it's bonded. So if you just try to turn it on, you pull the handle, it's not going to, it'll start for a second, but because as a generator, it's going to cut out until you actually bond it to your house. None of the circuits should be on your house when you connect that cable to your generator. Then you can turn the generator on, it'll keep running, and then you turn back on all your electrical in the house. But all of the circuits have to be off first in the house before you do that. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because this morning after I finished doing the unbonding on my generator, it would turn on for about 3 seconds and shut off, and I go, oh yeah, I unbonded it. So it has no earth connection, so it needed to be bonded to a system that is bonded. And so I just put the cable from the generator, the 30 amp cable, and ran it over into my 30 amp switch that I have on my electrical box that I already did. Hooked up the cable. When I pulled the cord, started right up and kept running. So just if you're wondering why it's not starting or it stops real quick, it's because, remember, it has to be bonded to something, and it's because you've unbonded it. All right. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. That was a long video, but this is my box. I'm kind of happy to have it. It's going to have a nice long exhaust. It's going to go out and away from the house 20 feet. So, and with the fan, it keeps it cool inside, and in inclement weather, snow, or it's raining like cats and dogs when your power goes out, it's protected, right? And it's ready to go instead of having to do a whole bunch of connecting in the when you're trying to not be in a storm. Okay, anyway, have a great day, everyone, and adventure on.